I've studied abroad at London and Paris.
I studied abroad in Ireland.
I am currently studying abroad at the University of Leicester in Leicester, England. The British have a very different sense of humor. They're very dry with their humor, and sometimes it can really seem like they're mocking you, but they're not. They're just being funny. But a lot of times things are the same. Like, people still make pun jokes, and they like those, and yeah. So there is some differences, but a lot of it is kind of generally the same.
Other than the fact that they're very quick-witted, it's pretty much the same. They're very sarcastic. Their sitcoms are actually very similar to ours. They just have Irish accents, but they're very quick-witted and very, like, fast to give you a sarcastic comment.
The main difference that I noticed was like the lack of their humor. Like, I found things that like went on funny that they weren't, like, they were used to. They thought it was common.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sometimes they were so quick-witted, it took you a second, like, wait, that was actually really funny. Like, it took a second, but...
For the most part, yes. Before coming to England, I have watched a lot of British television, so I was a little in the know with what British humor is like. So yeah, I've generally been able to catch on and understand it for the most part.
Yeah, because they talk really fast and their accent just kind of took over. But other than that, it was pretty simple to understand, and it was pretty humorous.
Not in regards to humor. Sometimes the language differences can be kind of confusing, like just the slang. Like, somebody will say something and you're like, I have no idea what that means, so you just have to ask them to clarify. But in regards to like humor, there haven't been any, but just like contextually with language, yeah, there have been a couple of instances where I've just been really confused, like, I am not entirely sure what you're saying.
I didn't even catch any of it because I guess I wasn't sure what to look for. There were some really strange ones. In London, we were like on the London Eye, so like we were up above, and like I looked over to like the side, and there's this giant purple cow like balloon tent thing that's upside down. I don't even know what it was representing, but it was like a very detailed purple cow. It was very strange.
There was one ad that we watched in a class that had to do with the EU, so the European Union. I can't remember 100% what it was about, but it had to do with chemistry, and so there were like chemical elements bouncing around, but that was like funny, kind of, I don't know.
Not really, they were just kind of standard ads. Nothing too different, nothing too complex, but very standard, like, buy our product.